Israel. Let's hear now from the Israeli Defence Minister who spoke earlier.
We are putting a complete siege on Gaza. No electricity, no food, no water, no gas. It's all closed. We're fighting animals and are acting accordingly.
Joining me now from Jerusalem is France 24's Irris Makler. Irris, just bring us up to speed as to what is still going on in the south of the country.
What's going on, I guess, is that some Israeli military has reported that something like 70 militants came in this morning back through the hole in the border fence, which has not yet been secured, or possibly through a tunnel that they had been digging and had not been detected, and that came up in one of the communities, Kfar Aza. And they've come back in and they were fighting. There have been firefights all morning as Israeli military tried to secure the communities there. What the Israeli military has said within the past 2 hours was that the whole area was secure. But after that, we still see firefights going on. As they go from house to house, they find that there are still militants who were there. So I have heard reports of firefights within the last half hour in two places in the south of the country. At the same time, there are extensive airstrikes ongoing really for the past 36 hours in the Gaza Strip. There are airstrikes, there are artillery strikes still from southern Israel, so tanks firing into Gaza, and we've also seen naval attacks, so land, sea and air attacks. And I'm going to report this even though it is an unverified comment. One of the Hamas spokespeople says that 4 of the Israelis taken hostage in the Gaza Strip were killed in Israeli airstrikes. So I don't know if that's right or not, but I do feel I must report it.
Irris, this is the first time Israel has been on the back foot in this conflict, which has lasted for decades. So what are Israeli officials saying?
Well, we heard from the Defence Minister there, and he's made it quite plain. You know, this is total war. He's stopping all of the things that civilians need to live. Water, power, and power means water also in the Gaza Strip because they don't have much fresh water themselves. It also means sewerage, by the way. So water, power, food, fuel. There's only 2 ways to get into Gaza, either the Israeli border or the Egyptian border. The Egyptian border is also closed. I don't know whether they will allow some humanitarian aid to come in, but you could see that very quickly there will be a massive humanitarian crisis if this, within a matter of days. If this policy goes ahead. So that's one thing that they're definitely saying. Really, you would have to call that a total war and a war against civilians as well as against Hamas. Israel claims so far that the airstrikes are only against Hamas, even though there are now hundreds of people dead, who must include civilians as well as Hamas militants. The other thing they have been saying is that there have been reports from Egypt and Qatar that they've stepped in to try and broker some kind of negotiation regarding the hostages who are held, perhaps the return of the women and the children in the first instance. And Israeli officials deny there are any negotiations with Hamas in Gaza, and we haven't heard from Hamas either on that.